welcome back to not another Northern podcast episode summit or other. I have no idea where we're at. Jamie, where are we at with episode? 4, 5, 7? I don't know. I'm losing track of it. I'm back once again.
We should probably take note of that sort of stuff, shouldn't we?
We should. I'm back once again. Niall, your co-host, host, whatever. We've got Danny back with us this week.
Oi, oi.
Hey.
And we've got Jamie as usual, unfortunately.
I'm back. Niall, I feel like you say welcome more and more every episode we do. I'm sure we started with 2.
See, what I'm going for is, for every episode that we release, I'm going to say welcome.
Add one.
Eventually when we're on his 150th, the fucking intro is going to be about 5 minutes long.
Less content needed, it's fine.
Yeah, it's tactical. But yeah, boys, the idea is today, obviously, we're having ourselves a little drink on the basis it's Christmas. This is the last episode before Christmas, so the next episode will be recorded the 27th, I think it is, next Sunday.
Something like that.
Yeah, so we're going to have a little drink, have a bit of a chat, maybe throw some controversial opinions around. But boys, what's your tipple?
Danny, I'll let you go first.
Oh. I've got
Go.
Brewdog, autumn cream. It's off, but I'm drinking.
He's drinking it because he's got no other beer in his house.
I'm forcing it down though, just for the podcast.
Just for the podcast. That's what you've got to do now. You've got to do everything for the podcast.
That's it.
Everything for the podcast.
And go on then, Jamie. What's your tipple?
I've got a bottle of Hobgoblin with me today. I've just been talking to Niall about it before we went live. I want some whiskey, but I ain't got none at the house, so we'll have to settle with that.
See, I thankfully got bought a lovely bottle of Grant's. I don't know if it's the standard one or what, but the front of it does say something about smoked, like being smoky. It's very nice. So that was a birthday present that I didn't open until we actually moved in the house, and I've just not bothered drinking since. So yeah, that
what a night to do it.
And also a porn star martini. So shout out to Alice Fox, who's doing home delivery cocktails in Doncaster.
If you want to sponsor the podcast, it's no problem at all.
You've got to fight with Warren's Welding. Did you know we're also sponsored by Warren's Welding? They'll build you a gate.
No.
Or a bed.
No offence.
Oh dear.
Right.
So before we get started, let's just tell them to do the usual shit. Hit the describe. I could say hit the describe button then. How many drinks have I had? Hit the like button and subscribe.
Hit the describe button and tell us how wank you think this podcast is.
Comments help though. You feel free to comment below anything you want because it helps boost us up the page a bit. Come on, do what you want. Just interact with us.
Yes, make sure you do interact. That would be fantastic.
We've now also got a Twitter.
Oh, we have
We have tweets and stuff.
Twitter.
Which I'll inform you of what our Twitter handle is.
When you find it.
Yeah, I'm on it, but I don't know how to see your own Twitter handle. What did I put out for it as, Niall?
Is it NRG-J channel? Maybe.
I think it is just the NRG-J channel. Let's find out. Yeah, NRG-J. That's it. Just energy. NRG-J. You'll find us.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm going to kick off with I've literally the viewers will have, in fact they won't see because I'll just edit this a bit better. But it did come up showing my actual internet, and luckily there's no dodgy sites on there. But we are going to be doing controversial opinions, so controversial opinions that we have ourselves. But I have typed in controversial opinions on Google because I quite like to see what people find controversial. So I'm gonna scroll down. What have we got? 41 controversial opinions. I'm gonna ask for your two's opinion on it.
Cool.
So this I don't think either of you will have any input on this, and I know I haven't, but I do agree with it. It says it's annoying when people say bless you after you sneeze, and they should mind their own business.
I do agree with that because you feel like you have to thank them, and if you've got another sneeze brewing, it's hard to do.
Oh yeah, if you sneeze, double sneeze, triple sneeze, and every time they say bless you, it's thank you, thank you, thank you. It's nearly you nearly have to thank them as many times as I say welcome at the start of this fucking podcast.
This makes it awkward.
It's horrendous.
Why make a sneeze
Especially when they give you that stare as well, like you're going to spread something. You're like, oh, bless you.
Yeah,
I'm not eating.
Sneeze on a bus.
Danny's quite a loud sneezer as well. You should see the size of his nostrils.
Manhole covers for nostrils. Did you know Warren's Welding can also make manhole covers? I don't know if he can. I'm just giving him props he ain't got. Here's another one. Controversial opinion. Ketchup should be fridge cold.
We have ketchup in fridge, to be fair, but I don't have ketchup with anything.
I don't like ketchup.
I'm not a fan.
Maybe on a fish finger sandwich, but that's it. But yeah, I do agree. Fridge temperature.
Tell you what, I managed to get yesterday though from B&M, some Heinz curry sauce. It's like the McDonald's sweet curry dip. It's beaut.
Yeah, I thought it's very good stuff actually. See, this is the level that we're at. Maybe we should do all of our podcasts under the influence of alcohol. We're talking about fucking Heinz curry dip.
Nice one, James. Send us your shopping list, Pat.
You will not be able to handle my shopping list.
I'm not sure you should be saying that to your brother.
Yeah, it's true. We fell out at Seaman.
Getting presents is more stressful than it's worth.
Getting presents?
Yeah, receiving a present is more stressful than it's worth. And I kind of see it, to be fair.
Yeah, when you got to pretend you like something.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm not a fan of that.
You're just conscious of how your face looks. Am I smiling enough?
Not only
Am I?
Think about it. Even, say for example, your uncle that lives in another part of the country sent you a present, and it comes, say, with it being Christmas, it's quite good to talk about presents anyway. But so yeah, your uncle from fucking let's say he's a southerner like Ricky, and he's
let's say Birmingham. Yeah. We've got an uncle in Birmingham.
Okay, well we all fucking hate Birmingham, but he sends you a present up from Birmingham, and you get it. Maybe you don't like it, maybe you do like it. It don't really matter either way. However, do you find it more stressful the fact that you're going to have to ring him to say thank you and go through the full rigmarole on, say, Christmas Day? You're speaking to him, and you can almost guarantee that there's a 4-hour catch-up in there on that phone call.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Just send a text.
Cheers,
Thanks,
pal.
Prezi.
There's another fucking thing that grinds my gears. And we did that first episode, but when you text someone something and they ring you.
Oh yeah. I've texted you because I didn't want to fucking talk to you on phone.
Yep. I struggle with it. It's
I'm not a fan of that.
Horrible.
And as well, when someone buys you a present that you're not expecting to buy you a present, and then you think, fucking hell, I've not bought them a present. What the fuck am I going to do now? Here's a chocolates here that I was going to eat myself, but you can have that instead. You know, one of them sort of situations.
Sometimes it's got to be done.
Yeah, I'd much rather give someone a present and they've not gave me one than get one and I've not got them. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'd rather give, because it's just
give and not receive.
Yeah, definitely. Every time.
Here's one I definitely agree with. Saying everything happens for a reason is as annoying as it is meaningless.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everything happens for a reason. Well, no shit, you prick.
Yeah, you just stubbed your toe on coffee table. Oh, everything happens for a reason. I was like, fuck off.
Or another one. This is my dad's biggest pet peeve. Shout out to Papa Wayne. his biggest pet peeve is people saying it is what it is. Because it's the most pointless statement in the world. It's very similar to everything happens for a reason. Oh yeah, it is what it is.
What it is.
Oh, there's no way it can not be what it is. If something is what it is, of course it is.
It's true.
Oh,
I kind of understand it though. You just come into terms. If it's something bad, you know what I mean. It is what it is.
it's not.
I get
it's
it.
not what it is.
I've got a good one, a strange, controversial opinion that you might jump on board of. But I'm a Sheffield United fan, and I hate Leeds more than I hate Wednesday.
That's because you can. Yeah, I think it's easier to hate a club that's slightly more successful than your actual rival. As a City fan, I can't stand Liverpool. I couldn't care less about United.
They had a slight victory today, Liverpool, didn't they? They scraped by, steady 7-0 win. But...
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't win 8-0 last season, did they? Not like Man City did. I'm not bitter or anything that they've just won 7-0 and City, for some reason, keep trying to walk the ball into the net.
They're like the old Arsenal.
Yeah. I've got one here that is a fucking ridiculous opinion. Vegetables are better than dessert.
What?
In what fucking world? But this does go back to what
wait.
I didn't mention it. But just quickly, the one earlier was cake is not that good.
Oh, cake is phenomenal.
Yeah,
I'm not keen on cake.
See, I'm not either. But
A bit of lemon drizzle.
Chocolate cake's awful.
Cake.
I'm not a chocolate cake fan, but like a bit of lemon drizzle or something.
If someone whacked a chocolate fudge cake that was slightly warm and had fuckloads of cream poured all over the top of it, bang, perfect. You stick a lemon drizzle cake in front of me, I would rather eat my own sick.
Nice.
The same sick that's
but
just
you know, like you're just saying, like
seen a lemon drizzle cake.
The like dessert thing you understand about. Sometimes, if I'm in mood, I'd prefer like a bag of crisp or something than I would some sweet.
Oh yeah, I think.
Yeah, but
savoury stuff's way better than sweet.
Yeah.
But is broccoli as good as cake?
No.
Or whatever. No.
Yeah, there's nothing I love more than tucking straight into a nice hearty pile of broccoli after I finish my Christmas dinner. You know what? What are you having for
what
Christmas
you got for dessert?
Pudding? Oh yeah, I've got a Christmas pudding. Yeah. Oh, what have you had? Oh, I've had trifle. Oh, what about you? Yule log. Oh, what about you then, night lad? You know me. I just had some carrots and broccoli. Bollocks. I'm not having that.
Living the dream.
Fucking wank opinion.
I've got one that I brought up with Danny earlier. He likes pineapple on pizza. I'm not playing this game.
It's quite a controversial opinion. I understand why people like it on pizza. It's like say for example, I imagine you eat gammon.
I do like gammon.
Do you have pineapple ring on top of it?
No, don't fuck. I'll swap it for an egg.
That's fucking ridiculous.
No.
Someone
Get an extra egg on there.
Fucking hard drive.
I don't know. I don't like pineapple. I don't like many exotic fruits, to be honest with you, like mangoes and all that sort of shit. I'm not a fan.
Wow.
Unless it's a mango monster. I do like a good mango monster.
I can almost guarantee Jamie finds water spicy.
I do like spicy food, though.
Your taste buds cannot be that cultured if you can't appreciate sweetness with something that's not meant to have sweetness on it.
No, I do. I love cheese. I do like a good cheese board.
Where do you stand on cheese and grapes together?
I've never had them together, but I've been told it's a way forward.
Donny, honestly, fucking delicious.
I can't stand cheese.
You can't stand cheese? That's a fucking controversial opinion. I wish you hadn't told me that, Danny.
I can't stand cheese unless it's melted.
I used to like you.
Niall,
no.
You need to get yourself a good block of some mature smoked cheddar with caramelised red onion in.
We've just done our Christmas shop. We did it today at Aldi, and we got about 40 truckles of cheese.
Nice.
And all of them sound banging. Aldi currently do a spicy cheddar cheese truckle.
Oh.
You know what? That's a fucking tongue twister, that. Spicy cheddar cheese truckle. I'm not having it.
Where do you stand on pate?
You know what? I used to love pate. It used to be like that, and crackers used to be a comfort food for me. I used to eat it like during Christmas. Obviously, every time I got home from working at an unnamed German budget supermarket, I used to have it. And then one night I had it, and I'd just bought the pate like earlier that day before I went to work. And I took it home, put it in the fridge, how you meant to store it. Got my crackers, thought, oh yeah, this would be fantastic. Went, ate it, and it was duck pate. Had it on my crackers. Within about 25 minutes, I was spewing up.
Oh no,
So
that's not what you need.
Since then, I've not touched pate, and I won't.
Yeah, that'll put you off for sure.
Too right. Horrible.
Who sits down in shower?
What?
I'm just
Who
putting
does that?
controversial opinion for myself on Google.
You're on the same one as me, aren't you? That BuzzFeed one.
Yeah, who sits down in shower?
You know what? I have sat down in the shower before, and it's quite relaxing if you've got a fair bit of time to shower.
There's only going to be a couple of reasons to do that. One, you're hungover, or
Correct.
2, you're depressed.
Yeah. Or 3, you like the idea of potentially drowning while you're sat in there.
Which should fall into the depressed category, I presume.
I don't know, because I like to see it as just a little bit of a risk.
You're a risk taker. I take my shower sitting down.
Correct.
Yeah. I prefer standing up. There's more chance of slipping and dying.
Well, yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't mind a sit-down shower. I used to call them. What I used to do as a kid is put the plug.
Put shower on and stand outside, pretend you're in.
Yeah, I did that as well. No, I used to put the plug in the bath, and I used to put the shower on rather than running the bath water. And I used to call it a shower bath.
Shabath.
I used to do it all the time. I used to think it were a fucking genius idea, and now as an adult, I realise that I was really fucking stupid.
You were a troubled child.
That's what I was.
I tell you what, one strange thing for me is blokes who go to bed fully jammed up.
Ooh, yeah. I think pyjamas perfectly fine if you're wearing them around the house.
Loungewear,
Yeah.
spot on, not a problem. But you
Perfectly
take
fine.
them off before you get in bed. Oh,
Yeah.
if you get in bed, head to toe in clothes, there's something wrong with you.
If you get in, so with your pajama top on and what have you, and you're a bit like, oh yeah, this is all right, then you're a fucking weirdo. But if you take your top off and you're just in your pajama bottoms, perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it?
It's fucking weird.
Even worse, sleeping with socks.
Oh, sleeping with
Yeah.
socks is fucking weird, like real weird.
Yeah. See, that's one thing. I can't put shoes on. I can't put trainers on anything if I haven't got socks on. People wear trainers without socks on. That fucking riles me. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's fucking wrong. Especially with Danny's crusty toes. Can you imagine them in your trainers?
I don't know. If you're just nipping out to put something in bin.
No fucking
You're not
excuse,
gonna-
Danny.
Just
I'd rather go barefoot.
Some slippers.
No, if you just slip your trainers on to go put something in
Danny,
bin.
your bin is literally one step away from your back fucking door. Go barefoot,
No,
you
but
thick fuck.
You don't want to get your feet wet.
I think I'd rather get my feet wet than put
I
my
would.
trainers on.
Yeah. Get some flip flops or something.
It's very rare I don't wear socks at all, other than in bed. I've always got socks on. It keeps my feet warm. So we've got
Yeah,
one on the floor
I've got-
downstairs.
Yeah, that'll snap it at you to us. Oh, it's the same in the morning. Do you know if you go to the kitchen to make a brew and you've not got
Ooh.
socks on? Oh, you have to do that little dance, don't you, to try and keep warm?
Here's
That's
one.
another thing. People who don't drink coffee, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
The nectar of life.
How do some people function without ever having coffee? Can we get someone that does not drink coffee religiously on here?
Well, we'll tell you what's even worse. Folk will drink coffee but drink decaf.
Yeah, what's the point?
They're fucking absolute nutcases.
It's like non-alcoholic beer.
I know. Well, you don't drink beer for taste of it, do you?
That depends.
Yeah, some beers are nice, but you won't get some like fucking Heineken 0% for fucking giggles, would you?
No, definitely not.
What's next one, Niall? What we got next?
See, I completely agree with this one. I found a different side. Coldplay are overrated.
Coldplay. I say this every time they're on radio.
Coldplay
They are fucking horrendous. Our lads gets very wound up because I'm just like, they're fucking terrible.
Than listening to Coldplay. I
agree.
rather listen
100%.
to cats having sex outside of my window. And I'm not just talking a little bit of it. I'm talking like a full-on cat gangbang.
Yeah, you'd probably stand at window having a Jolly Roger over that.
Well, look, sometimes Millie don't put out, so I have to. But I would rather listen to cats having sex constantly for days on end outside of my window, no interrupting them, than listen to fucking Coldplay.
Do you know what worse? We went to Butlins for Halloween, and there were a Coldplay tribute.
Oh no!
And they were fucking awful. Oh, it was so bad. I listened to 2 songs, and I need to go.
I'm going home. Yeah, you didn't go back to your chalet. You went home.
Yeah, walked back. Yeah, it was so
barefoot.
Bad. Oh god! No amount of drink could make me want to sit there.
Tell you what though, you do get some really good like tribute acts, don't you? There can be some really good ones. Like, do you remember, Danny? Do you remember that one we saw at Thornwick Bay, that Ed Sheeran one, that young lad? He was really good. Yeah. But then you get some that are just fucking horrendous. You've no idea how they get booked. I don't know how he got into Butlins. It must have been on reserve list.
Yeah, no surprise.
I've got a mate.
Yeah.
Is this the controversial opinion that you've got a friend?
Yeah. Please be my friend.
No, we won't.
Yeah, if anybody listening to this wants to be my friend, please.
Don't be his friend. In fact, in the comments, say Jamie is a wanker.
3 times and I'll appear behind you.
Say Jamie is a wanker 3 times in a mirror and he appears and says, "You're right, I am a wanker." And disappears.
Go on, next opinion. What we got?
This one ain't fucking controversial, so I don't know why it's on this unpopular or controversial opinion list. Jamie Oliver is the most irritating man on earth.
I don't fucking agree with that. It's horrific.
That's not a controversial opinion. Jamie Oliver's a fucking tosspot.
I don't mind.
Although Gordon Ramsay though is really entertaining. He's funny as fuck.
Danny, I don't want to hear you ever tell me that you don't mind Jamie Oliver.
I think he's alright.
You only like him because he had that series called Naked Chef and you thought you'd see his cock.
Please drop his apron.
You know what? I fucking hate Jamie Oliver with a passion. And not just because of what he did to Turkey Twizzlers, just because he's an annoying fucking lispy tosser.
Yeah, but the back. Turkey Twizzlers are back.
Yeah, but the shit.
I think
they're not like they used to be.
No.
I think it goes the same with all Jamies.
Yeah.
I think it's just a Jamie thing.
I'm not going to argue with what Danny says. Sometimes he makes sense. But genuinely, Jamie Oliver is a tosspot. I remember when his company went bust, and I tweeted him saying, "Haha, joke's on you, you lispy bastard. It's a shame you phased out Turkey Twizzlers." And
did that go viral?
No, it didn't go fucking viral. I'm feeling
it should have done
that as well. Honestly, Jamie Oliver is a tosser. He's a fucking tosser.
I've got a controversial opinion.
What?
London's overrated.
It's not controversial, it's true.
Yeah.
London's alright if you know what you're going to do in London. If you go down there
to
drink...
If you go in for a weekend, It's fine.
If you want to go and see Chinese people with cameras, it's a place to be.
That's true.
It's true.
I'm not going to argue with that.
Oh wow, look at Queen.
I'm not sure we can make these sort of comments. Apologies for Danny's racism.
It's all right. He looks half Chinese, to be fair.
No,
Yeah, I
right.
do.
Have you seen his slanty eyes? I don't know where they come from. Definitely a different
I'm not
father.
sure we can start making these comments either.
I'm talking about my brother.
I'm more in the slightly racist undertones we've suddenly taken on.
Moving on.
Yeah. Friends, the programme is shit.
No, Friends is amazing.
Wow.
No,
Jesus.
I agree with it.
I love
What?
Friends.
I think
Still now.
I think Friends are shit. And
That's because you ain't got none.
before you,
It's my,
well, that's
it's my
pop
comfort
colours.
program.
Kettle black, innit, you fucking wanker. I'm not talking from, oh yeah, I've seen a couple of episodes, so I think it's shit. I'm talking I have seen probably close to every episode because my sister were obsessed with it. Or is still
Friends
obsessed
is amazing. I don't know why you can say it's shit.
I still rate it as one of the worst programmes I've ever seen.
Wow.
If you sit back and you listen to Friends, I'll find a video to show you it. But if you take
I'll
out,
still laugh.
if you take out all the laughing tracks from Friends, it's not funny.
It is.
It's not.
Danny, can you imagine if your lass heard this?
I know. I think
what's her
Friends
name?
is like my
Charlotte?
comfort
Bring her
program.
on. I'll tell her it's shit and all.
It's my comfort program.
Yeah. It's so easy to stick on it while you're having tea
Why
or
don't you
something.
find like comfort in, I don't know, wanking or something? Just think, oh yeah, you know what? I'll just pop for a quick wank instead of thinking, oh yeah, I'll put arguably the most unfunny program that's ever existed on the telly on. I bet you like fucking Big Bang Theory and all, don't you?
No,
don't
but I've
mind
never
Big
really
Bang.
watched it.
That's shit. Big
Well,
Bang
what we got
Theory,
next?
shit. I'm looking. Here's another controversial opinion. Well, unpopular opinion or statement. What's the point of Ed Sheeran?
What?
Ooh.
What do you mean?
But that's the
You know
question.
Danny loves Ed Sheeran, don't you?
This question
Sheeran's
here
my man.
is, what is the point of Ed Sheeran?
I don't understand the question.
I'm not sure I do either, but it's a good question.
Ed Sheeran is a god.
Is
He
he
is a god.
Is he a god though?
Yeah, he is.
You can't really say a. If you were a god and you decided, you know what, I'm going to be a specky ginger, then you want to
Nailed
maybe
it.
have a word with main god in charge, don't you?
Yeah, but at least
if-
he's not one of them that's in love with his son. He knows he's an ugly cunt.
Yeah,
Says it all the time. He don't give a fuck.
yeah, but that's a concerning thing to think about yourself. Because I mean, I don't think I'm a good-looking bloke, but I'd like to think, you know what, I'm attractive enough to have settled down with a partner and a child. It's
Well, when you're Ed Sheeran, you can settle down with who the fuck you want.
you
That's
can't
true.
though, can you? Because we've got to find you slightly attractive.
I'll find him. I'd settle down with him.
Yeah, you're a full weight cocksucker.
I love Ed Sheeran.
I know you do.
He
I can
does,
tell.
literally.
You know what? I don't mind Ed Sheeran. I like some of his music, but your statement about him being a god, I'm not having it. I'm not having a small ginger specky tosser has come along and gone, oh yeah, I'm a god, mate. Nah. If you were a god, you make yourself good looking. Ridiculous.
I love him.
Kiss him on mouth.
I've got one for you.
Go on.
The Beatles are shit.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
There's
I
no
I don't
debating it.
understand any hype around the Beatles at all. They're horrendous.
Here's one. Oh, go on.
No, all I was going to say is I think that if you listen to some of their music, it's complete utter tosh, and I think they've made maybe one good song, and that's Yellow Submarine.
And that's just what bands.
Well, not even for bands, it just makes no fucking sense, and that's what I like about it. Go on, what's your opinion?
McDonald's is wank.
Agree.
I don't mind it. Like
Even
if you're going
though-
for like a quick cheeseburger, 99p jobber, it's spot on. But if you're going for like a full meal, like it's fucking expensive for what you get. I'd rather have a
if you're
Taco
going for a
Bell.
99p cheeseburger, you might as well just upgrade to a double cheeseburger for 149 or whatever it is.
I just feel like no matter what you get from there, by the time you get home, you're hungry.
Yeah.
It just
That's because of all the MSG they put in the food, which makes you think it's really filling and delicious, and it's not. It's a very clever idea.
Yeah,
it's
it
not.
is.
They also make it particularly salty. In case you hadn't noticed, and you've eaten McDonald's recently, it's very salty, and that's why you always want more of it.
Yeah, I think KFC's overrated as well.
Yeah, KFC's.
I think KFC's a bit wank, but I've had people tell me that they think Nando's is overrated, and I don't agree with it.
I think it absolutely overrated. Pay 20 quid for a bit of fucking chicken. Fuck that.
You don't
Yeah,
pay
it is a bit
20
overrated,
quid.
Nando.
That's the most ridiculous opinion you've come out with.
I'm not a fan of
For
Nando's at all.
$10.95 you get two sides and whatever chicken you want, really. And it's done in a nice sauce. I don't mind paying $10.95. I think that's pretty standard for a meal out price. You know what you're getting with Nando's. There's no frills or anything like that.
I'd prefer to have a Chinese.
It's spicy chicken. You're gonna eat it, and you're probably gonna enjoy it. Because I can guarantee you, yeah, you might think Nando's is overrated, but tell me, when you've had a Nando's, have you ever not enjoyed it?
I've been a couple of times, and I want that. I asked about it. I do like chicken, but I don't like pissing around with like bones and shit. Like I don't want fucking A for chicken where I have to pick it all off at fucking bone me then, or like get wings where you have to fucking nibble around bone. I'm not.
Well,
just fucking annoying.
Take your fucking mum with you, and she'll cut it up for you.
I doubt it.
And to be fair,
too busy
Jamie,
wiping your ass.
To be fair, Jamie, I'm not going to listen to a man that thinks water's spicy. What do you have Nando's plain?
I've heard him say mayonnaise is 100%. It said mayonnaise.
Yeah, I reckon that's the truth as well.
No. See, that's another thing that annoys me. If you go to like an Indian restaurant and people order a korma, fuck it, what's the point? What's the point going out for a nice meal and you getting something that tastes like fucking dish soap?
You know what? I kind of agree to a point with that, but if you order a korma at an Indian, it's because India are actually well renowned for having kormas. It's not like they've just, the vindaloo. It was made.
Yeah.
It was made by some Indian person because this English bloke kept saying his curry weren't hot enough. So he made something that absolutely blew his cock off. And that's why we have vindaloos now. That's the point. But a korma is something that they genuinely have in India. It's not like it's...
See, I'm not saying go out there and get something so spicy that you can't enjoy it.
No,
but just go for something with a bit of flavour. Like even like a fucking tikka or something.
It does depend where you go for the curry as well. Because I've had kormas before that are really nice, but then I've had kormas before that are shit.
Yeah.
But that was when I was younger, so whether or not they're a nice thing now, I have no idea. But for me, I always go lamb tikka or fish tikka. That's quite alright.
Ooh. I do like lamb.
Lamb tikka is up there for me. I've got an opinion here, and I don't know where you two stand on Disney stuff.
Okay.
I think Simba from The Lion King is a little git.
I'm catching what you're throwing. I know what you're saying.
I'm struggling not to agree with that. Simba's a little cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a little dickhead.
Well, I've got the biggest dickhead out of all cartoons. Pepper fucking Pig.
Nah.
Absolute cunt.
Not having that. Pepper is a top Donny. And I reckon she's a little bastard, but she deserves to be a little bastard. At the end of the day, she's a pig. Do you know who is a little wanker? Cartoon form or his live action shit movie? Stuart fucking Little. I'm telling you here and now, Stuart
It's a
Little
fucking mouse.
would get fucked up by that rat from Ratatouille. What's his name? Remy.
Probably.
Remy
Probably.
would smack Stuart Little about in his shitty little red car. In fact, I'm that confident that I would place a bet on Remy to batter Stuart Little.
See, we've got Disney Plus, so we watch a lot of Disney films and stuff. And our lass's favourite Disney film is Little Mermaid, and it's fucking horrific. It's got to be one of the worst Disney princess films there is.
Little Mermaid. It's a weird one, that, because how do you take... Because the actual story of the Little Mermaid's based on something completely different, where the Little Mermaid ends up washing herself up on shore and dying. So how do you take a story about that and go, you know what, make it into a fucking animated film where she ends up getting legs?
Yeah.
I want to know, right?
And she's got a talking fucking crab following around with a fucking Jamaican accent for some reason.
Yeah, make it make sense. That's what I want to hear. But let's look at the fact that mermaids are half fish, half human, right? When she suddenly got her legs, did her fanny stink? Because that former part of her is a fish. So has she got a fishy fanny?
I'd say so. It's got to be on it.
Because, yeah, surely... You've never washed your legs, you've never washed your pink bits either, so surely that must be...
Pink piss. Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. But I think that's probably the case. And I think Little Mermaid's a stupid programme. Well, film. Until
Absolutely.
Charlotte said that.
I've told him it's in. It's horrific.
And pass it on from me and Danny.
I've got one. Crash Bandicoot's better than Mario.
Ooh. That depends on what we're talking about. Are we talking, like, as in
Any
the
era.
standard platform of Crash Bandicoot and Mario, or are we talking, like, the spin-offs? Because Crash Tag Team Racing, unfortunately, has got nothing on Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. No, I'm talking
Mario
base
Kart on
platform.
its own, shit. I hate it. But when they released Double Dash for the GameCube, and you could be Mario having Luigi riding on back at go-kart and shit like that, that was fucking sick.
Yeah.
But Crash Tag Team Racing got easily beaten by it. However, I like Crash Bandicoot on a platformer level.
Like, there's the Mario games in general. It's just so repetitive. Like, jump, bounce, 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 done. That's it. End at fucking level. Let's jump on this fucking mushroom and shit. Whereas Crash Bandicoot, it's got so much more depth to it.
Yeah, Crash.
I agree. Go on, what have you got for us, Danny? What's your controversial opinion?
Jamie, do you want to say one?
Pass it straight on.
I'm just trying to find a good one.
Here's one for you. From 2000 onwards, the quality of music and TV have both been in decline.
100%.
I agree.
I would say especially 2010s, the music has been horrendous.
Yeah, 2000.
I hate listening to radio. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah, noughties were alright for music.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I grew up in. Up to like 2014, 2010,
No,
2012, we're alright. But
yeah,
everything
now
now
it's all about like
stabbing up
smack
someone
your
and stuff like that.
Are we talking about the Fantastic Prodigy song, Smack My Bitch Up?
Yeah, that's all it's for.
It's like all about like women singing about pimps spitting in the mouth and shit. It's just, you don't want to listen to it.
I've got another one. Completely agree with this, and I think it should happen with every single sequel. But it says, why can't all films that are sequels just put a fucking 2, 3, 4 at the end of all their films? I agree.
Yeah.
Why? It's like the entirety of say for example the Die Hard series where it's like Die Hard, Die Harder, Die Hard, Die Up, Die Down, Die Round the World, Die whatever.
Die Hard 4.0.
Yeah, just go with Die Hard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 11, 57, whatever they're on now. Fast and Furious is another fucking case of it.
Yeah.
What are we on now with
Oh,
Fast and
Rambo
Furious?
films. First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3, then it's just Rambo, then it's Rambo Strikes Again or some shit. Just like fucking, just call it as it is.
Yeah, at least Rocky followed correctly.
Yeah, up until it got to Rocky Balboa when he turned about 87.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the Creed films though? They're pretty decent.
I rate them very highly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Michael B. Jordan's a good actor though, isn't he?
Yeah, fantastic.
It is Michael B.
actor.
Jordan, that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. I
Yeah.
thought he was great in Black Panther as well.
Yeah. Wakanda forever.
It is a really controversial opinion, and I don't know where you two stand on Mikey J, but Michael Jackson just loved children and chimps.
Yeah, I don't think Michael Jackson ever did out to hurt the kid. I feel like he was just genuinely being nice.
It was very gentle with them when he was touching them inappropriately.
I do think that he definitely had some sort of mental disorder.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to touch it.
Do you reckon though it's a different bloke? Kid growing up, black, soulful singer, gets to 40, white, looks like a fucking lesbian. I've no idea what went off there.
I don't know, but with everything that's going off, about all the paedophiles in Hollywood, maybe we're just trying to get them away from.
Maybe.
Come to my house.
Come round to my house. I'll bring you penises. See, some people like Michael Jackson because of his dancing. Danny only likes him because of his interest in child harassment.
I like MJ. I don't think he ever did out to hurt any kid.
Is exactly
Okay.
what a paedophile would say.
Check his hard drive. Okay, well.
You two want your fucking hard drives checking.
Yeah, Danny's got Rolf Harris as his screensaver.
Is an eye for an eye a good thing?
An eye for an eye. You know what?
That's a good question. Because if something happened to someone in my family, I would want justice. But at the same time, I would love to have them rot in prison for what they're doing.
How far would you go for justice, though? Because there's a degree to it. If say, for example, Danny gets beaten up, first things first, you're going to laugh. Then second, you're probably going to go and find that person and beat him up back. But it's when people... Because that is an eye for an eye, that is like for like. But it's when someone gets beaten up in your family and you go, oh, I'm going to go and kill him, and then you go and kill that person. That's not an eye for an eye. That's an eye for a full-blown torso.
Yeah, but I feel like you shouldn't continue for an eye if it's not like if it's a paedophile. Just because if he's touched your kid, you don't go touch his kid.
Oh no!
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's not acceptable.
I wasn't expecting that.
There's levels to this, and Danny fucking smashes them every single time.
Oh, God.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. Oh.
I feel like then it's not good to do eye for an eye.
No, I would say not.
Or a nonce for a nonce in that case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like if someone's murdered, someone's took someone's life, then I feel like they do deserve. Well, I don't know. Do they deserve to die? Especially these, like when someone's just done a big school shooting or something, or a terrorist attack. I don't feel like they deserve to get shot dead.
No, it's too good for him.
It's instantly over. I mean, they should have to suffer the consequence of getting beat up in prison every day, or.
Yeah.
No, I mean. I feel like it's too easy for him to just get.
It's an easy way out, isn't it? That's why a lot of them kill themselves, isn't it? Because it's just done then, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's
Can you imagine living in America where like you go to school and chances are that some random bullied kid's going to pull out a fucking AK on you?
Yeah, it's. I find it mad that anyone's allowed to buy a gun as a whole in America.
I know.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And they wonder why they've got gun crime going off everywhere. Like, why does it keep happening?
but
I
it's
know,
not
give them
just
more
that-
guns.
It's
What the
not
fuck?
just that they have gun crime, it's also the fact that they're like, people try to reform it and they go, nah, you're alright.
Yeah, no one wants.
Yeah, it's within my rights to have a weapon if I want one. That's fucking
It shouldn't be allowed
ridiculous.
to be.
Any other country on
When
this
that
planet,
law was written, they were fucking using swords.
and muskets, I think
Yeah.
It's a push.
it should only absolutely apply the Fifth Amendment or whatever in America. It
Yeah.
should only apply if you are going to hold a weapon from that era of history.
I agree.
If
What I do
the-
agree with, if you've got a weapon in your house and someone goes to break in, then I feel like it's fair to use it if they're breaking into your home.
Yeah,
carrying
do you
it
see
around in
about that
streets.
guy who beat someone up and got done for it because they broke into his house? It's fucking ridiculous.
You know what, the actual ruling on all of this is, it's very, very sketchy at best. So
Yeah.
if someone steps onto your property and you ask them to leave, that counts as trespassing, and you can use reasonable force to get them away. Okay? However, if they break
Okay.
into your house and they're on the bottom floor, you can use non-lethal force to subdue them until the police arrive. But as soon as they start taking a step up your stairs, you are permitted to use lethal force.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I did a bit of research.
Danny, you come into my house. You can come upstairs if you want.
It's-
Unless you're Oscar Pistorius and she's already upstairs.
yeah, that's true. It's,
Yeah, but I don't think he had stairs, did he?
I hope not.
just 'cause he
I
had,
might have had a step.
just
What's
'cause
that
he had
noise? I
some
think it's
blades on
stairlift.
his feet don't mean he can't walk upstairs.
Blade Runner.
Big blade runner.
Fuck. Yeah, well, he wanted to buy a new bathroom door, didn't he? But his girlfriend was dead behind it.
Wow.
Sorry. I apologise.
I have no words. You know
Right,
what?
I've got an opinion for you. I don't think that there should be the whole Xbox versus PlayStation debate. I think both consoles are well enough sufficient to play whatever game you want to play. It all goes down to what your mates are playing on. Like if your
Well,
mates
I
are
would
playing on
say-
Xbox, go to Xbox. If your mates are playing on PlayStation, play on PlayStation. You don't have to be a fucking rivalry for everything.
Well, best thing to do is just get rid of Xbox.
See, one in very, very similar vein to that, actually. I don't rate the argument of Samsungs are better than iPhones and what have you. I think that's a dead argument.
Yeah, I've got a Samsung as a personal phone. I've got an iPhone as my work phone, and like, I couldn't get two phones.
Oh yeah, I could not care less. Could not care less. If you've got an Android phone, use your fucking Android phone. If you've got an iPhone, use it. I do not care. Do
Get
not
on
care.
with it. Stop trying to convert people like fucking Jehovah's Witnesses, you cunt.
It's like Ramesh Ranganathan.
Raganathan, yeah.
His words were something to the effect of, why is it that everybody with a Samsung phone likes to believe they're off the grid? Like, for some reason, most of them believe that their phone was made in a little hut somewhere in China by brothers Sam and Sung. And they're just, oh yeah, we put in together these fantastic little phones for you. No, either way, they're made in a Chinese sweatshop. It does not matter how you twist it up. Your phone were made in a Chinese sweatshop. Just use it.
Probably at the same time, same fucking sweatshop
Probably
next
same
to each
one,
other.
yeah, no doubt. It's mad.
Yeah, I think it just depends whatever you're comfortable with. See, I wouldn't. I've always had Androids. That's what I feel comfortable with.
I've had Androids. I've had iPhones. I don't care as long as I've got a phone to use.
Yeah.
Following on
I
from
used to have iPhones. One of the last ones I had, Danny smashed my screen on it, and like that annoys me about iPhones is how easily they smash.
See, it's not the case
What?
anymore. The newer iPhones are made with the exact same glass as Samsungs and Android phones.
Why don't we just go back to the old Nokia? They were indestructible.
That's true.
Yeah. Do you remember
I
breaking my
bet
phone, Danny?
you didn't catch the ball.
You kicked it at me while I was texting.
Oh, what a bitch.
Maybe you shouldn't have been playing games and texting at the same time, Jamie.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Sounds like your fault, not Danny's.
Yeah. Thanks, now.
Following on from the iPhone Android debate, where do you stand on social media?
I think it's got its uses, but I do think it's fucking overrated.
Toxic as
I
fuck
find
for
it,
me. I've
yeah, it's,
I've not had social media, and it doesn't sound like for long, but I've not had it in probably 2 months and a half,
hmm
and I feel so much better mentally for not having it.
See, I have asked Niall multiple times to come back to social media just to help me out on the NAMP pages.
Nan.
So, Danny, that I might pass that on to you with you being a reoccurring host now.
Yeah, big number 3 host.
Speaking of Danny, if any of you have not noticed, on the channel, Danny's been live streaming some Call of Duty games and got a couple of wins live on stream. So, big up, Dan.
And not only that, he will also be live streaming him making some gates. Brilliant.
And maybe a bed.
Maybe a bed.
No
Or a
offense.
minion.
Or a fucking minion. I forgot about the minions.
Super.
I found another opinion. Now this one is definitely I agree with. Movies should be no more than 90 minutes. If the story can't be told in that amount of time, make it into a TV show or a miniseries. I agree. Wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah,
I think anytime you have to make something that lasts well over 90 minutes to tell a story that probably could have been told in half an hour, you've probably got a shit show or a shit movie or whatever going on.
like Avatar. That's a stupidly long film.
Lord of the Rings, though.
No.
Even then, some of it was pointless.
Yeah, with The Hobbit, I completely agree. They could have made The Hobbit one film.
I reckon 2 films would have suited The Hobbit, and I reckon if you're going to do it properly with Lord of the Rings, because they missed out a lot of the good parts of the book,
Yeah, they
might
did.
as well have made it 4 or 5 films and done it.
And that's why I think it's good that Netflix have picked it up as a TV series, because that's going to be quite interesting to watch.
It's like at the start where they're at the Shire and the hobbits are off for a wander and such. They actually they go through whatever woods and they bump into a character named Tom Bombadil, but it's not shown once in the actual
No, I know,
movie.
and it's quite a big part of the story.
And Tom Bombadil,
and as well, like the amount of time that passes from Frodo getting the ring to him actually going on his adventure. In the film, it's about 30 minutes. In the book, it's about a year, 2 years, or something like that.
Yeah, because for a long period he's just pissing about in the Shire, basically.
Yeah.
And
many moons pass.
It's like when he goes and gets the fellowship together and what have you, that takes till probably 3/4 of the book in. The first book. And in the series it basically goes Shire, meet Aragorn, go to Elves and start your fellowship and then fuck off.
Yeah.
That's it. If you're gonna miss out so much of the important stuff, you might as well not make it.
And as well, another thing that annoys me is films that are based on books that they've clearly not read the later books when it comes to like early part of the movie. I'll give you an example. So in like the Harry Potter films, in the first Harry Potter, the books are amazing. But in the first Harry Potter, he talks to a python in a zoo, and in that film, he talks to it like he's talking to a mate. Like the snake goes, "Oh, thanks," and then like in like literally the next film, he talks parcel tongue, or like he's talking like a snake would talk, and you're just like, could you have not had that continuity?
Yeah,
it's fucking bullshit.
It's ridiculous. Why would you go through and decide, you know what, I'm gonna have this sudden new language that we've made, or obviously it was a real thing in the books, but how can you suddenly decide that parcel tongue is spoken in this certain way when you've just spoken to... It's like me speaking to you like this week, just as we are now, and then next week me constantly hissing at you and screeching.
Yeah.
And you
or speaking Ghanaian or something.
Everyone understands the Ghanaian. But that's the exact same theory. It's like I could quite easily next episode of Not Another Northern Podcast research every line I'm going to say, learn how to say it backwards, and just keep saying it to you, and you pretending you understand. It's pointless. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, and that's why Harry Potter, the films, are terribly overrated.
Yeah, I agree. Completely agree. It's same with... have you read any of the Game of Thrones books?
Yes.
The books are really, really detailed. There's a lot of depth into the books. And there's a lot of parts of the TV programme. Although it's a good 8 seasons long into it, but there's a lot of stuff they just skirt over.
Yeah, that's true. There's parts of it where there's other Valerian princes and what have you in the actual books, as opposed to suddenly Jon Snow being a Valerian prince or whatever.
Yeah.
Part of the Targaryen family. In the actual books and what have you, there's Daenerys, and then there's some other kid called Griff or something like that. But Griff's an actual sick character, and they end up raiding some places along where Olenna Tyrell has.
Yeah.
And he goes and raids that, takes a castle for himself, and he's doing all this mad shit. We're a full army, like with elephants and lot. But they were never mentioned.
No, instead we had to suffer with his fucking retarded brother in the show.
Yeah. And fucking Cersei Lannister.
Yeah. See, no controversial opinion. The way Game of Thrones ended, I enjoyed it. In the TV show, I know a lot of people say it was fucking shit and they should have done that, but it was done how Game of Thrones had done all the way through. They killed off a shitload of characters, and it ended pretty fucking well. Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Completely agree.
I didn't watch.
I don't get why people slated it so much. You've never watched Game of Thrones?
No, it's not really.
Well, why don't you just go jump off a cliff, Danny?
I'm not really into dragon.
I'll drag me nuts across your face in a minute.
Again, that's really weird to say to your brother. Like, really weird.
And on that note...
On that note, we're going to wrap up, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not already, please subscribe. From now on, we'll have to cut Jamie as he's into his But yeah.
Is that the point where I'm meant to argue against it? Apologies. Yeah, no.
I'm not going to let you argue against it. I'm just hoping you'll say goodbye.
It's been a pleasure, guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Adios and peace.